What do you reckon the number one selling car was in the world last year?
Toyota.
Close. What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
I wouldn't believe it.
1.2 million units the Model Y sold last year. Second place was a Toyota RAV4.
And this year, the Tesla sales are down. There's lots of stock has been delivered, so it's sitting there waiting to be sold.
Would you ever consider owning a Tesla yourself?
No, because the jury's still out on what happens with the battery at the end of the life, and they're too expensive at the moment. Maybe another 5 years or 10 years.
So what do you reckon the number one selling car was in the world last year?
Ranger?
Would you like to have a guess?
Yeah, I'd say Ranger, yeah.
Yeah. In the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
No, that's a bit bloody different. Probably Mercedes.
Okay. Yeah. What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
Was it what?
A Tesla.
Never heard of it.
An electric car.
Oh.
Yeah, Tesla Model Y.
Oh, yeah, it would be, yeah.
Would you guys ever consider getting an electric car?
No, I wouldn't.
And why is that?
Well, they did have a demo from Melbourne to Sydney, and
Yep.
they reckon that the petrol car was cheaper to run than what the electric one was. And then you got to find a station you can actually plug into and wait.
Interesting. And yourself? Would you ever consider it?
No, I would, because I don't know enough about them.
What do you guys think was the number one selling car in the world last year?
Selling car, like a Toyota Camry or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe some sort of like Mazda.
What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
I was actually going to say Tesla. I was kind of thinking about it, but I read this article recently that was like saying that Teslas are going down in sales. So I was like, maybe not.
Would you guys ever consider getting an electric car or a Tesla?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more electric cars on the road, like in the last couple of years. So,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that
Yeah.
Tesla's number one. Yeah.
One of my friends' parents have a Tesla, and I've been in it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
So what do you reckon the number one selling car was in the world last year?
The LDV van
In the whole world.
on the whole
In
world.
terms of like the number one model sold, and it's 1.2 million units.
Toyota Corolla.
Well, not a bad guess. Number two was the Toyota RAV4.
RAV4.
What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
Was it?
Tesla Model Y.
No, I didn't expect that one.
Would you ever consider like driving an EV or a Tesla?
Maybe a Tesla. They're pretty cool, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've got to save up for more money for that.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Yeah. What do you reckon was the number one selling car in the world last year?
Tesla.
Would you ever consider driving an EV or anything like that?
Never.
And why is that?
Because of the pollution it causes to make them.
Yep.
And then 5, 6 years, 8 years down the track, your batteries are no good and you're going to spend 25 grand, 30 grand getting new batteries.
What do you think the number one selling car was in the world last year?
Probably a Mercedes. Yeah.
What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
Oh, I'd say you're probably right, actually. Yeah.
Would you ever consider driving a Tesla or an EV?
Yeah, definitely. I think they're the future of cars. Didn't know they were that popular at the moment. I've heard their sales have slowed down though, but
Yeah, everyone's been saying that today. What do you reckon the number one selling car was in the world last year?
Toyota.
Close. What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
What is shocked?
What do you reckon was the number one selling car in the world last year?
Probably a Chinese brand these days.
What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
Oh, I did know that actually.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I don't think of Tesla as a normal car. That's the problem.
Would you ever consider driving an electric car or a Tesla?
Oh, I would. I've got a friend who's very pleased with his Tesla.
What do you think was the number one selling car in the world last year?
Toyota Camry, maybe?
Good guess.
Yeah, I would say some sort of Toyota.
What would you say if I told you it was a Tesla?
I would not expect that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not expecting
It's
that.
actually my second guess.
Oh, really? You were onto something.
I recently saw that maybe they were going down in sales. I
Yeah.
thought maybe that was something happening last year.
Would you consider driving an electric car or a Tesla
It's really just too expensive, but yeah.
if it was cheaper?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Maybe not a Tesla, but an electric car.